Part 1. The Awakening. Stop for a moment. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just stop. Close your eyes. Take a breath. And listen, not to me, but to yourself. To that voice inside you. The voice that whispers when the world is silent. The voice that tells you there's more. More to your life. More to your story. More to your destiny. There is more to your life. But here's the truth that hurts. Most people ignore that voice. They bury it under excuses, under fear, and under the opinions of others. They tell themselves they can't, they shouldn't, and that you won't. And slowly they stop dreaming. They stop believing. They stop living. And maybe, right now, that's you. Don't bury your dreams. You see, life doesn't hand you greatness. It doesn't deliver success to your doorstep wrapped in gold. Life tests you. Life breaks you. Life asks you one brutal question every single day. How bad do you want it? And your answer isn't spoken with words. It's proven with actions. How bad do you want it? When the alarm clock rings, do you rise or do you hide? When the world doubts you, do you fold or do you fight? When you fall, and you will fall, do you stay down or do you rise again? The difference between winners and quitters is not talent. It is not luck. It is not chance. The difference is heart. The difference is refusing to give up when everything inside you screams to quit. The difference is heart. Maybe right now you feel stuck. Maybe you feel invisible. Maybe you feel like nobody believes in you. But let me tell you something the world doesn't want you to hear. You don't need anyone's permission to rise. You don't need approval. You don't need validation. The power is already inside you, waiting for you to wake it up. Wake up your power. Think of every great person who ever lived. They were laughed at. They were doubted. They were told it was impossible. But impossible is nothing more than a word invented by people too afraid to try. And you? You are not afraid. Not anymore. Today, you decide to live differently. Today, you choose to break the chains. Today, you stop surviving and start living. Impossible is just a word. This is the beginning of your story, the moment when everything changes. The world may not see it yet, but you feel it. A fire burning in your chest. A whisper turning into a roar. And that roar will shake mountains, break limits, and silence every doubt. Because this is your time. This is your time. Part 2. The struggle. Life is not fair. You already know that. Some are born with advantages, while others are born into storms. But let me tell you something. It doesn't matter where you start. What matters is whether you're willing to keep moving when the ground beneath you shakes, when the weight on your shoulders feels unbearable, when the whole world whispers, you can't. It doesn't matter where you start. You will be broken. You will be betrayed. You will be underestimated. Life will hand you pain that makes you question why you even try. Nights will come when you lie awake staring at the ceiling, wondering if it's even worth it. And in those moments, the easy path will call to you. The path of comfort. The path of giving up. The path of becoming what everyone else is, average. Pain will test you. But hear me. Pain is not your enemy. Struggle is not your punishment. They are your teachers. They are your training. Every scar on your body, every heartbreak in your soul, and every failure you've endured is carving strength into your spirit. Without those battles, you could never hold the crown of victory. Your struggle is your training. Think about it. The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. The tallest trees grew roots that pushed through stone. Diamonds are born under crushing pressure. Why would your life be any different? The very pain that tried to break you is the pain that will build you. Pain builds power. You've fallen before. Maybe you failed exams, lost jobs, faced rejection, been abandoned, or been told you're not good enough. But failure does not define you. How you respond does. Winners don't win because they never lose. Winners win because they never quit. Winners never quit. So when you're down, when you're exhausted, when everything hurts and nothing makes sense, remember this. You are still breathing. And if you are breathing, you are not done. That breath in your chest is proof you have another chance. Proof the fight isn't finished. Proof the story isn't over. If you're breathing, you're still in the fight. Look back at your life. Think of the hardest days you've lived through. The days you thought you wouldn't survive. The nights you cried and no one saw. You thought it was the end. And yet, you are still here. Still standing. Stronger than you were before. Do not underestimate your strength. You've been through hell already, and you walked out alive. You've survived 100% of your worst days. The world may have broken parts of you, but broken does not mean defeated. Broken means rebuild. Broken means reinvent. Broken means you rise again, smarter, tougher, wiser, and unstoppable. You are not fragile glass. You are unshakable stone. And every time you fall, you rise with more fire in your veins. Rise stronger. Every time. Part 3. Discipline and relentless effort. Dreams sound beautiful, don't they? To stand on the stage, to build the empire, to live the life you've always imagined. But here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Dreams are free. The hustle to achieve them will cost you everything. And the currency is discipline. Dreams are free. Discipline is the price. You cannot buy greatness. You cannot wish your way into success. You cannot hope your way into transformation. You earn it. Hour by hour, day by day, year by year. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. Discipline is the bridge. Discipline means waking up when your body begs for sleep. It means studying when your mind wants distraction. It means grinding when your friends are out celebrating. It means choosing pain today so you can have freedom tomorrow. That is the trade. Sacrifice first, reward later. Always. Sacrifice today, freedom tomorrow. Understand this. Talent without discipline is wasted potential. Motivation without discipline is just noise. You can be the most gifted, the smartest, the most talented person in the room. But if you lack discipline, someone with half your ability and twice your grind will pass you by. Discipline beats talent. The world does not reward intentions. The world rewards execution. Every day you skip the work, every excuse you tell yourself, and every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," you are digging your own grave. Tomorrow is a liar. Tomorrow is a thief. All you have is today, and what you do today shapes your forever. Tomorrow is a lie. All you have is today. Sacrifice will hurt. It's supposed to. That's why most people never reach greatness, because they choose comfort instead of challenge. They choose easy instead of effort. But easy never made anyone legendary. Easy never built empires. Easy never left a legacy. Easy never built legends. So you must decide. Will you live as a prisoner of comfort, or will you embrace the grind? Will you settle for average, or will you bleed for extraordinary? Every champion you've ever admired chose the pain of discipline over the pain of regret. And regret is the heaviest burden you will ever carry. Choose discipline over regret. Picture yourself 10 years from now. Will you be proud of the choices you make today? Or will you wish you had given more, worked harder, started sooner, and stayed consistent? Because here's the truth. Every missed day adds up. Every excuse stacks higher. And one day you'll look back and realize you didn't run out of chances. You ran out of time. Don't run out of time. The grind is lonely. The sacrifice is painful. But the reward is worth it. Discipline does not take your freedom. It creates it. Discipline is the mother of success, the father of greatness, and the bloodline of every legend who ever walked this earth. If you want what they had, you must live how they lived, with relentless effort, with unshakable discipline, with unstoppable fire. Relentless, unstoppable, disciplined. Part 4. Vision and the power of why. Discipline gives you strength. Sacrifice builds your foundation. But without vision, without purpose, you will lose yourself in the grind. Because when life punches you in the face, and it will, motivation disappears. Energy fades. Even hope will run thin. And in that moment, the only thing that will carry you through is your why. When motivation dies, your why remains. So let me ask you right now, why do you want this? Why do you fight? Why do you wake up every day to chase a dream that feels impossible? If your answer is shallow, money, fame, applause, it will never be enough. Because money can be lost. Fame can fade. Applause always stops. But a true why, a soul-deep why, cannot be broken. Find your why. Maybe your why is your family, to give them a life free of struggle. Maybe your why is your younger self, to prove to that child who was bullied, abandoned, and doubted that they were always enough. Maybe your why is bigger than you, to serve others, to lift people up, to leave this world better than you found it. Whatever it is, make it so powerful that quitting becomes impossible. Make your why stronger than your fear. See, when you have a clear vision, storms don't shake you, they sharpen you. Obstacles don't stop you, they sculpt you. People's doubt doesn't discourage you, it fuels you. Because you know exactly where you are going, and no one can take that vision from you. Obstacles sculpt you. Every great leader, every world changer, every legend started with a vision. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. Elon Musk saw rockets in the sky before anyone believed. Thomas Edison failed 10,000 times because he believed in the light the world could not see. Vision makes you unstoppable because it gives you direction when the road ahead is dark. Vision makes you unstoppable. But vision alone is not enough. You must live it. You must breathe it. You must remind yourself every single day why you started and where you're going. Write it down. See it on your wall. Feel it in your bones. When you wake up tired, let your why drag you out of bed. When you feel weak, let your vision whisper, "Not yet. You're not finished." Remember why you started. And don't just chase goals. Build a legacy. Legacy is not about what you achieve for yourself, but about what you leave for others. Legacy is when your name becomes more than letters. It becomes inspiration. Legacy is when your story is told not because you lived, but because you lived with purpose. Legacy is greater than success. So, I ask you again, what is your why? Not the surface reason, not the excuse you tell people. The real one. The one that brings tears to your eyes when you think about it. The one that makes your heart race when you imagine failing at it. That is your fire. That is your compass. That is your lifeline when the world tries to drown you. Your why is your fire. Closing words, the final fire. Listen, you have been broken, but not destroyed. You have been tested, but not defeated. You have walked through darkness, yet you still stand in the light. And that means one thing. Your story is not over. In fact, it has just begun. Your story is not over. Every struggle you've survived was preparing you for this moment. Every failure carved strength into your bones. Every sacrifice sharpened your spirit. You are not weak. You are not average. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are capable. You are powerful beyond measure. You are powerful beyond measure. The world will try to silence you. The world will try to break you. But you were not built to quit. You were built to conquer. You were built to inspire. You were built to rise so high that generations after you will speak your name as proof that nothing is impossible. You were built to conquer. So rise. Rise with courage. Rise with discipline. Rise with vision. Rise for your family, for your future, for your legacy. And when doubt whispers, scream louder. When fear stands in your way, walk through it. When life pushes you down, rise again, stronger, sharper, unstoppable. Rise again, stronger, unstoppable. And if these words reached your heart, don't keep them to yourself. Share them. Spread them. Be the spark for someone else who is lost in darkness. Subscribe to Listen World and become part of a family that believes in greatness, that fights for dreams, and that refuses to quit. Together, we rise. Share. Subscribe. Together we rise. Listen World.